You only pay mileage for the shortest possible trip. Okay, then you have to pay my tolls. An update. First, I want to apologize for not getting this update to you all sooner. December and January are my busiest times, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and write it. The TL. The original is a new bookkeeper at my company accused me of stealing from the company because I was taking a slightly longer route to and from our satellite office. The company was reimbursing me for mileage. She insisted I take the shortest route, said the company will only pay for mileage for the shortest trip, and there would be no further discussion on the topic. I had her put this all in writing in an email to me. This saved the company about $5.85 in mileage every 2 weeks, but it cost the company about $130 in tolls every 2 weeks. Asterisk well on to the update. This extra cost to the company went on all last year. By my estimates, it cost the company about an extra $3,500 last year. So the third week of December, we have our annual budget review with all the department heads. It's usually just a quick chit-chat about how things went over the year. Then we all get a nice catered lunch. This year went a little different. First, Karen, bookkeeper, asked that we have a projector set up in the conference room so she could give a presentation on how much she has saved the company since she was hired at the beginning of the year. This was great for me. I prepared my own presentation. She starts off the meeting going over each department, going over the changes she has made to save money. Her big cherry on top of her savings was how much she has saved by cracking down on excess expense reimbursements. Now, I should say here that she is not liked by any of the department heads. Most of the employees have complained to their department heads about her bull, and they've been forced to just take the complaints with no power to do anything about it. I, on the other hand, am a one-person department, so her presentation ends with a big hooray on how cutting down on expense reimbursements has saved the company a whole $3,500 last year. Then we start going over each department's budgets. Everything is going normally until they get to my budget. Wait, why is it so far over budget? My boss asks, and this is when my short PowerPoint gets played. I bring up the first slide. It's the slightly longer route I was taking between offices. I explained this was the route I was taking and what the mileage reimbursement was. The next slide was the new shorter route. I explained that Karen forced me to take this route because the mileage reimbursement was less, saving the company about $5.85 every 2 weeks, a little more after the mileage rate went up in July. Then I showed them the next slide of Karen's email. Included in that email is a point about this being final and there will be no further discussion on the matter. The final slide was all the toll reimbursements I was paid over the year, including the approximate total YTD that was a result of this new shorter route. I explained that had I been able to discuss the matter with Karen, I could have explained that the shorter route had these extra tolls, and I said that's the reason I'm so over budget this year. The room was silent for what seems like forever. Then the owners of the company asked everyone except Karen to step out of the room for a few minutes. When the door opened back up, Karen walked out silent, went to her desk, and started packing up her things. That was the end of Karen.